Well, another WION exclusive. The Tibetan religious and spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, has spoken to WION ahead of that meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi, an informal summit as it's being called, with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. The Dalai Lama says India and China have to coexist and cannot destroy each other.
Very good. Very good. As I mentioned earlier, you see, use force is outdated. Must meet people and talk. And I think, realistically speaking, neither India nor China no ability to destroy others. So you have to live side by side.
Ahead of the informal summit between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping, New Delhi tried to assuage Chinese concerns about Dalai Lama. A MEA order had imposed restriction between officials meeting the Dalai Lama, and all the events marking his exile were shifted from New Delhi to Dharamshala. But his presence in India will always be an irritation to the Chinese and also question Chinese control over Tibet. With my video journalist Sanjay Rohila, Siddhant Sibal, New Delhi, WION.
Surya Gagadhar now joining us from the capital. Surya, so according to the Dalai Lama, it should be live and let live?
Well, I think he's accepting a practical reality. He fled Tibet at a time when Chinese power was rising, and he's never been able to go back. And in the interim, he has seen China's growth. He's also seen a war between India and China. And he has seen India's growth too. So at the end of the day, he recognizes that neighbors have to get along. And in that sense, what he's giving is very, very practical advice.
Surya, again, if the Dalai Lama is recognizing the facts of life, what's India's position? Is it been consistent vis-a-vis him and China?
I think we've always used the Tibet card whenever we felt we needed to. And in that sense, the manner in which we've dealt with the Dalai Lama has, even in the latest developments, does suggest that we continue to use him as an instrument to use against China. And given the current state of play between India and China, this is something that we will continue to play. Although perhaps there's also a sense that there are limits to what you can do with the Chinese, especially when you have a high-profile summit like what we have on the 27th.